Sandy beaches, watery oceans, circular sunsets. The island escape is something we all strive for. But what if, to borrow a certain line from a certain movie, you could take a vacation from yourself? What if you could spend time in an expansive world full of adventure, discovery, obstacles to overcome, and large creatures with multiple heads to battle? Immortals Fenyx Rising is the latest adventure from the team behind the excellent Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it might just be the escape you're looking for.
This is incredible!
Here are 5 reasons why. When it comes to Greek myth and legend, Mount Olympus is the place where Zeus and the gang hang out and meddle in the affairs of mortals. The flip side to this is Hades, home of Hades, rivers of fire, and plenty of golden coins.
What's this?
Not sure. Hades had it delivered.
Immortals Fenyx Rising's Golden Isle presents a vision of all that and more. In fact, 4 of the gods, Aphrodite, Athena, Ares, and Hephaestus, have their own corners of this island paradise, and have really gone to town on the theming. Ares, for instance, has run with a full post-apocalyptic motif in his war's den. It's home to a massive fortress, arid red plains, ruins that are a switch or two away from revealing the perfect souvenir, and a large statue created to honor the god of war himself. Goddess of love, Aphrodite, and her obsession with beauty has resulted in stunning gardens taking root, some of which are overrun by angry chickens, and a large palace as its centerpiece with a few golden apple prototypes, as in regular apples. From shiny palaces to even shinier statues, Athena's temple and library are the sorts of spots you could spend hours in, marveling at the architecture whilst pretending to know the difference between Doric and Ionic, which are different styles of columns, I think? And last of all, Hephaestus' realm has its own towering forge, not to mention bellows and water wheels to make it all hum. If you can see it on the horizon, odds are Fenyx can get there. With the help of his or her trusty and mystical Daedalus wings, a small island off the shore of War's Den is but a glide away. And there's no statue too giant or rock face too steep to climb. Get up high and you'll be treated to the sort of panoramas those in the tourist beers like to call the money views. The Golden Isle isn't a resort or a quaint mythical getaway, however. It's a large open world filled to the brim with monsters and corrupted soldiers patrolling even the most lush gardens. With fast and fluid ability-based combat, Fenyx can dash with the power of Athena or hurl rocks thanks to Heracles' might. Venturing into a fiery chasm, he or she might also find themselves face to face against a once heroic Greek figure now corrupted by Tartaros. In Immortals, gliding over to a seemingly spooky forest will even put Fenyx up against the deadliest and most infamous of Gorgons, Medusa. In Fenyx's journey through the Golden Isle, each discovery, each bit of treasure, and each mythical essence you need to find slowly but surely turns a once untested soldier into a hero worthy of legend. Or at the very least, a shiny golden statue. Fenyx, like the gods themselves, is chock full of character. Warm, funny, cocky, and earnest when he or she needs to be.
Too proud to quit, huh? Well, so am I.
And thanks to powerful gear, Fenyx looks amazing too.
Ah!
And with secrets, treasure, and loot to discover, it's not long before Fenyx wields the sword of Achilles, the bow and arrow of Apollo, and several abilities that defy the laws of physics in a display of godly pyrotechnics. Taking control of Fenyx in a world as detailed as the Golden Isle is almost always a treat, especially when discovering that a character of legend, like Hephaestus, has been turned into an automaton.
I'm so excited to meet you in person!
And needs Fenyx to restore his Tin Man memories and hands. As a lowly soldier on a journey to restore the gods and stop Tartaros from taking over anything and everything, Fenyx's adventure is narrated by none other than Prometheus and Zeus.
And here were Hephaestus' tongs, which he plunged deep.
Serving as the godly anchors for all of the big story beats, they interject and comment on Fenyx's journey throughout the Golden Isle like a pair of knowledgeable tour guides.
The soaring peaks.
Are we on a guided tour here or something?
And or bickering couple. With their guidance and presence, Immortals has a fun and light tone throughout.
So a gorgeous goddess in love with a chicken? I'm sure that's illegal.
Definitely not illegal.
It gives off the feeling of being a part of a classical tale brought to life. This is bolstered by a colourful cast of supporting gods, including Ares the rooster, Aphrodite the tree, Hephaestus the iron giant, and Athena the punk kid.
I'm not a child. I'm Athena.
Actually, she's pretty cool.
Okay, great.
Like any great escape, being able to pick a direction and simply venture off is a key part of Immortals, and if you do this, you'll inevitably stumble into one of the many vaults of Tartaros. These are kind of like the Golden Isles equivalent of Starbucks in an American city, in the sense that they're everywhere you look. Leap in and you'll be transported to the underworld, in which you may have to solve a puzzle, fight through a combat arena, or even play a giant pinball table. The rewards are plentiful, so they're well worth taking the plunge. Plus, they also offer a glimpse at what may await Fenyx at the center of the Golden Isle, the gate of Tartaros itself. But before you take that particular step, there's plenty of Golden Isle to enjoy first. This escape is all about exploring a mythical landscape, fighting iconic enemies, and enjoying the comedic sensibilities of the gods themselves.
Get off me, all of you. It's enough already. Why don't you just go get a job?
For more Immortals Fenyx Rising, check out our review as well as our combat and abilities overview, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Save the applause for when I come back.